You are brainwashed. Stop right now and think about it. How much of your day are you on autopilot? You have a routine and you go about most of it without thinking much. You wake up, you brush your teeth, you take a shower. The order you clean yourself in the shower is probably automatic. I'm pretty sure it is. You grab your coffee, you grab your breakfast, maybe if you eat breakfast. You get dressed a certain way. You drive to work, you drive on the same path over and over and over, and you're probably not even really thinking about it at all. And this goes on and on and on throughout your day. There is so much of your day that you are just on autopilot. It's automatic. You're not consciously thinking about it. You basically are brainwashed. You have brainwashed yourself to take these steps and do these steps without really thinking about it, on autopilot, automatic. Where does this come in with your health? Welcome to the Women Rockin' Midlife Podcast, soulful wellness to elevate your second act. You deserve to deeply love every moment of your life, living your best life with pure joy, optimal health and abundance, with the energy, time, and inner peace to savor experiences with your loved ones and with yourself. Hi, I'm Jen Kunkel. Join me on this soulful journey to complete wellness in midlife and beyond. So much of what we do becomes so automatic. It's on autopilot. It's habit. And we have essentially either brainwashed ourselves or been brainwashed by society, by our culture, by our parents, by whatever. There are different ways of being brainwashed, and it is all what is said over and over and over, or what is done over and over and over. So for example, I drive to Utah frequently in the summer, and when I first started doing that, it was uncomfortable and awkward, and it seemed like it took a long time. I didn't know where to stop to use the bathroom or get snacks or get gas. Well, now that I've been doing it for a few years, I find myself having the same pit stops. They are familiar, they're comfortable. I know what to expect, right? I'm more comfortable with the roads now. I don't even really think about it. I don't think about driving near the big trucks. I don't think about driving on the windy roads through the mountain or up the mountain. And it is just a lot more comfortable now, and I'm more on autopilot. So here's another area where we are brainwashed, and this is not doing it to ourselves. This is external marketing. We are brainwashed all the time with marketing. It's repetitive. It keeps hitting us over and over and over. We don't even notice how much there is anymore. It is everywhere. It's on billboards, bathroom stalls, the streaming that we watch, the radio. Remember when streaming first came out, there really weren't any ads unless you were doing an ad-based streaming service, and even those are kind of newer. But even on the services that you pay for, sometimes I've noticed when I'm watching a movie, when it starts, there's a little ad before it starts. They didn't used to have that. It's just like cable back in the 80s. When it first came out, I don't think most, the premium channels didn't have ads. And then as time went on, they started slipping ads onto those too, the ones that you paid extra for. Ever since I can remember, there have been commercials targeted to kids, telling it, get this sugary cereal, buy this toy, have your parents buy you this toy, boom, boom, boom. We're bombarding kids with marketing. Your routines and your habits, this is again you brainwashing yourself. Your hygiene, showering, brushing your teeth, all that stuff, those are kind of habitual, and the way you do them is habitual. I've actually heard that if you shower in a different order, it's really good for your brain, to stimulate your brain and keep your brain active, right? Keep your brain youthful. The shopping that you do where you shop, what you buy, what brands you buy even could be habit if you haven't consciously thought through it. And the foods you eat regularly, you're maybe brainwashing yourself. Maybe it's been from your past, from your family in the past, right? I went on a camping trip recently with family, and my sister-in-law makes stovetop sometimes with our food that we're eating when we camp. And I don't usually eat it. I like it. I like the taste of it, but I know there are ingredients in there that I don't want to eat. And it kind of hit me. I thought about it because she brought it out the other day when we were camping. And I thought, well, she's usually trying to eat healthy, but that's not really, in my opinion anyway, the healthiest thing. So when we go camping, there's usually store-bought macaroni salad and potato salad, and sometimes the stovetop. I don't even think anybody notices. I don't usually eat any of that. None of those are things that I consider healthy. And healthy food actually can be good. People seem to equate healthy with it's not going to be good. I think, though, that it's out of habit that we have these other sides. So one night we had some friends over for dinner. Guys, they had been helping with a roof project, and my mom made a big salad as a side because we had a whole bunch of spring mix. And they were raving about it, which I found odd, actually. I was surprised, or surprising. It wasn't odd. Interesting, though. So healthy food can be good. It can be something that maybe people are craving and not even realizing they're missing because it's not usually included. It was just a little thing I noticed, and it kind of made me think about how we are conditioned and habitually eat things without really thinking about them. And I'm thinking about the commercials that we used to see when we were kids with the stovetop. The kids all excited. Oh, can I eat dinner at Bobby's house? They're having chicken and stovetop. And then the mom says something, oh, we're having chicken and stovetop too. And they end up eating at both places, I think, or that's implied. It's something that we're conditioned to think is normal. Or maybe it's comfort food or whatever. So think about that. Conscious decisions. So conscious instead of conditioned. So your evening routine is also something that you condition yourself to, or maybe it starts out in one way, but you're not really thinking about it, and then it becomes habit. It becomes just automatic. Now you can use this to your benefit to move towards your goals, or it can work to your detriment and it'll work against your goals. So you can brainwash yourself. Back to the marketing, right? You're conditioned to consume. The marketing is there to condition you to consume because the marketers, their job is to get people to buy their stuff. So the companies make money. So you're conditioned to consume, buy, marketing to the kids, and they'll tell the adults, hey, buy this. But, marketing's to everybody, kids and adults. And then you have products that are made in a way where they actually create an addiction to sugar, to fat, to processed foods, MSG, flavor additives. They actually trigger your brain to make you crave more. It's like they're giving you this dopamine hit. There's some things that have ingredients in them that it's not that they taste good, like the flavor is good. It's that it's triggering some chemical in your brain that says this is good, that gives the illusion in your brain that it tastes good, okay? And so you have this cycle. You kind of get an addiction to stuff too, where you are just constantly being told that, hey, you need this, you need these beauty products to make you pretty. Being pretty is good, and this is what makes you pretty. You need to do this, you need to buy this, you need the $1,000 phone, all of that kind of stuff. I'm kind of talking about two different things, but it's all really the same thing. I'm talking about stuff and I'm talking about food, but it's really all about conditioning, and being brainwashed on autopilot versus being consciously aware of what you're doing, what you're consuming, whether it's buying stuff or putting it into your body. So you're conditioned to consume, and you can break that conditioning. So why do you want to? Who cares, right? What's it affecting? What's it hurting? What it's hurting is when you're constantly consuming and you're buying, and you're not really consciously thinking about, is this really something I want? Is it something I need? Is it something that brings me joy? Is it something that makes me happy? Is it something that is helping enhance the quality of my life without consciously thinking about those things? You're buying stuff kind of on autopilot, and then you're stressed out because you're always working to make more money, to afford more stuff, to afford to be able to take care of that stuff. And then when it comes to food, if you're not really consciously thinking about the things that you're putting into your body, you could be putting things into your body that are making you actually crave more. If you're doing the sugary, fatty, processed junk foods, even something that doesn't really look like junk food could be a junky food. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, the stovetop, to me, in my opinion, that's a junky food. If you eat a lot of junky foods, then it makes it harder for you to eat healthy foods and break the cycle because you crave more. Like, I love potato chips. I especially love kettle potato chips. They're good. I have to consciously think about limiting myself when I eat them. Otherwise, I would sit down and eat a whole entire bag in one sitting and not have one bit of a problem with it. But I'd probably feel sick afterwards. And I would definitely not want to eat more healthy foods after that. So maybe I have a little bit. I put them in a little coffee cup. And yes, occasionally I will go fill up the coffee cup a second time. It's not about being perfect. It's about being conscious. Don't grab the whole bag and eat them out of the bag because you don't know how many you're going to eat. Give yourself a portion size. Do your best to stick to it. If you don't always stick to it, it's still better than eating it out of the bag. Eating these sugary, fatty, processed, junky foods can lead to health issues. Diabetes, especially the sugar, the high fructose corn syrup. The stuff that they market to kids that they're calling breakfast is ridiculous. Ever since I was a kid too. I look at that stuff now and I think, geez, you might as well just eat a donut if you're going to have that sugary cereal. Not that I'm saying eat a donut. Find a healthier option, right? Even the so-called healthy cereals, you have to look at the ingredients, at what's really in them. Is it a giant list of ingredients? Usually it is, even the organic or healthy or whatever. Eating this unhealthy diet can lead to things like heart disease, digestive issues, your gut, immune system, obviously weight gain, and obesity. Look at historic weights. On average, people were thinner in the past. We just have more and more and more processed foods, and it's encouraged more. Oh, you're busy, eat this, just grab and go this. The solution is to get conscious, get really, really conscious, right? Pay attention. Really think about breaking the conditioning of what you view as normal. Create your own normal. So is it really normal and just standard, and you need this $1,000 cell phone, or paying hundreds of dollars a month for TV? Not that people do that too much anymore. Something like shopping for stress relief. It's a common saying, oh, I'm having retail therapy. Is that really something that you want to do? Is it beneficial to you? Stopping for fast food. That's probably considered normal by most people because you're busy, weekday, let's grab some fast food, grab a bucket of chicken, or grab some tacos or whatever. Eating packaged food is considered normal by most people. Now, I've spent most of my life doing my grocery shopping around the edges of the grocery store and not eating a lot of packaged foods. Did I? Yeah, sometimes. When I had my first place, I ate a lot of top ramen and potatoes and, some packaged stuff that was super cheap. It's also considered normal by most people to drink soda with most meals. I've been one to drink water most of the time. Create your own normal that is healthy, okay? eating fresh, healthy foods, drinking mostly water, cooking from scratch. Oh boy, I know. that one gets you, right? Cooking from scratch, I don't have time for that, right? Well, it doesn't have to be complicated. I was recently watching some YouTube videos. This guy made 15-minute healthy meals and he was making everything mostly from scratch. You can do it. It can be done, okay? Create your own normal of moving your body regularly, meditating, doing yoga, stretching, maybe reading instead of watching TV, going hiking with friends instead of out to bars. Create your own normal that creates your healthy lifestyle. Recondition yourself to what is normal for you, for your healthy life. I had gone years without eating a donut, or I would eat a hamburger maybe once a year when I had conditioned myself in a really, really healthy mindset. And, that conditioning doesn't necessarily last if you are not continuously conscious about it. Download the companion guide and write down 5 specific things that will break your conditioning. That's going to break your conditioning around whether it's shopping or food or anything that you need to change to create a healthier lifestyle. What are 5 specific things that you're going to commit to breaking your conditioning around, and then change them to create a healthier lifestyle right now, okay? Thanks for joining me, and I will talk to you next time. Let's rock this midlife thing. Break your conditioning.